Hello everyone. You may be wondering why this particular video has been stripped down compared to the others on this channel, but it's because I felt it necessary to throw out this Hearts of Iron 4 playthrough, or the rest of it at least. Why, you ask? Well, the game became a messy slugfest that wouldn't be very fun for you to watch due to the goofy AI. Let me give you the grand tour. As you might expect, the third episode was going to focus on knocking South America out of the war. I got bogged down in the jungle for a little while, but managed to fix the problem with an amphibious invasion of Peru. And then things went off the rails. I knew that I needed time to gear up against Japan, but all of that went out the window when the Soviets declared war. I had to rush most of the army over to Europe, and the conflict evolved into a stalemate where the Allies were only able to push into a chunk of Poland by the end of 1943. I tried to break the Soviets in 1944 with an invasion of the Baltics and gained quite a bit of ground, but lost it again and pulled all of the surviving divisions back to Germany. Over in the Pacific, the Japanese had managed to surround Australia, but I noticed that I was not able to fight back with Marines and D.D. Shermans because of the convoys that were flooding past Hawaii and into South America. I let the British and French take the continent back again and focused on convoy raiding, but that issue stopped any attempted island hopping until 1945. Once I retook the islands to the west of Hawaii, I made pushes south and toward Iwo Jima. Everything was set for an invasion of Japan, but I soon realized that I got bogged down by the convoy problem again. I thought that nuclear weapons could bring the war to an end, but they didn't. Thankfully, I managed to shove my way into Japan and liberate most of Asia by the end of 1947. Unfortunately, the same could not be said for my attempted fight against the communists. While we managed to ruin the Italian Union's Day, I noticed that the French had opened up a hole near Leningrad. I shoved several divisions through and managed to decimate every major Soviet city, but the effort fell apart when the game started chugging and the Allied AI didn't bother to exploit such an obvious defensive hole. They didn't even press the attack when I flung tactical presence at the communist Polish. By 1948, the game became so sluggish that it was hard to carry on without going to 5 speed, so I stopped and looked a little deeper. I knew that the game was partially wrecked, but that wasn't the biggest problem. No, I also noticed that the Soviets actually had more factories than a maxed out USA and hundreds of divisions in the field, even though I had a huge chunk of their territory and took out everything in sight. I know it's a game, but that doesn't seem right, does it? That'll do it for this playthrough, but I'm not going to give up on the game in its entirety. In future videos, you'll almost certainly see mods like Ultra that may or may not fix some of these weird issues. There's a lot to look forward to, so I'll see you next time.